Welcome to the Ultimate Fitness Transformation Journey. Dive into the complete muscle mastery course with legendary Hall of Fame bodybuilder Shawn Ray. This comprehensive course is your key to unlocking a new level of fitness, whether you're just starting out or looking to elevate your athletic performance. Here's a sneak peek of what you'll gain access to when you embark on this transformative experience.
Hey guys, Shawn Ray here for Muscle Mastery Session 1. I want to talk to you about probably the most important of these 8 philosophies that we have here, and that is goal setting. So there was a lot of things I had to, by nature, just eliminate because it wasn't a part of my goal. It was never a part of my plan to go and have fun when I was so serious about trying to become one of the world's greats. So that's why the fundamental rule in any journey of losing weight, gaining size, getting on a stage, trying to change the way you look, you have to have goal setting. Okay, guys, I'm going to talk to you in session number 2 about the importance and the role of nutrition and muscle building because they go hand in hand like peanut butter and jelly. You cannot get big quality without feeding it the right type of nutrition through trial and error. And I encourage all of you through trial and error, if you're an artist, that you learn your body through trial and error. Whether or not you're carb sensitive, whether or not you need beef or chicken or steak, whichever one you need to lean out on, you're only going to know that through trial and error. There is no right or wrong way. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about my workout principles and my workout design. I mean, at the end of the day, when we start at the very beginning of something, we have to kind of have a vision of where we want to wind up or how we want to get there. So you got to design this program of somehow figuring out how you're going to get there. And there's a lot of different principles. When I came into the game, Joe Weider coined all the principles. It was the Joe Weider peak principle, the Joe Weider fasting principle, it's the Joe Weider muscle building. All these principles were all coined. So there was nothing I was going to do that hadn't already been done by Arnold Schwarzenegger, Lou Ferrigno, Franco Columbu, Chris Dickerson, Samir Bannout. All the greats before me had tried and tested all the principles that were out there. And of course, the grandfather of bodybuilding, Joe Weider, had coined all these principles. I didn't really have a Shawn Ray principle. All of my principles, all of my techniques, all of my program designs came through trial and error. All right, I'm going to give you an introduction to session number 4, the things that are coming up, the things that we have to be all too aware of. And these talking points will lead you to the promised land if you follow them properly. Over my 40 years of experience, we've always had these questions. How do I pair my muscle groups? What about the muscle and the mind connection? The tools for rest and recovery. The common mistakes and how to prevent those mistakes. I like to think that each one of these things taken separately and dealt with separately will help alleviate a lot of the guesswork. So I'm going to take you through session number 4, headline by headline. We're going to cover, my major talking point will be how do we mix the muscle groups together? And in mixing those muscle groups together, what is the goal, the achievement? Do I train my biceps with my back, which are both pulling exercises? Do I do my triceps and my chest, which are both pressing exercises? Welcome to session 5 of Muscle Mastery. This is going to be a very interesting subject matter here. This is about breaking through the plateaus. Inevitably, throughout our training, the daily grind of just eat, sleeping, and training, it's going to catch up to you. Maybe on a weekly basis, a monthly basis. I'm not sure, but I do know that you cannot sprint to the finish line when it comes to changing and redefining the way that you look. It is a marathon, not a sprint. And you're going to have to find some very unique techniques that are going to help you get through those periods of just frustration, the bad weather, the lack of sunlight, the lack of energy, the long workday, the soreness, the sicknesses, and you're going to hit plateaus where you cannot get beyond a certain, amount of weight that you're trying to lift, a number of repetitions, or to hit small, very personal goals. They just seem to get further and further away. In session 6 of Muscle Mastery, we're going to talk a little bit about the importance of recovery and rest, which is vital to anyone trying to make gains and to gain some size and to really enhance your overall performance. Recovery and rest are very high up on my list in terms of, you can eat, sleep, and train and go through the motions. But if you're not recovering and resting, which is where you repair and where you grow, it's going to become problematic down the road. I'm going to have a few things that I'm going to outline in talking about the importance of sleep, talk about the importance of rest, and talk about what types of rest. Resting isn't just laying around on the couch and put your feet up, waiting for the time to go by, waiting on the next meal. But there's some certain things that you're going to need to de-stress, decompress, to get your mind off of how serious we take this sport. When you're trying to achieve a goal and you're on a countdown and you're looking at the... All right, in episode 7, we're going to talk about the power of critical thinking, the positive mindset. Where your mind takes you, your body will sure to follow. But you're going to hit some setbacks. And how do we deal with those setbacks? That's going to separate us from the rest. Most of us will suffer setbacks. There are some fortunate few that through the grace of God and hard work and genetics don't necessarily suffer the setbacks that we are going to see before us. There's one guy that came out of bodybuilding as a teenage national champion, a junior national champion, an American national overall winner, a Mr. Universe champion, top 3 in his very first Olympia, and would go on to become one of the greatest bodybuilders of all time, 8 consecutive Mr. Olympia titles, and retire at the tender age of 31. That's Lee Haney.